Good evening, trustees, staff, members of the public who are joining us this evening for the June 17, 2025 public board meeting. This meeting is called to order. Regrets has been received from Trustee Melanie Wright. Together with us tonight, we have in person with Trustee Michael Chin, Trustee Jenny Chen, Trustee Kellen Butterworth, Trustee Ron Lin, Trustee Pamela McCarthy, Student Trustee Machuson, Student Trustee Hayden, Student Trustee Natalia, Trustee Nadeem Mahmood, Trustee Estelle Gowan, Trustee Robert Kolosowski, and Trustee Cindy Liang. Online, joining the board meeting with us, we have Trustee Dr. Elizabeth Sinclair. The meeting is called to order. We are going to do the land acknowledgement together. We affirm that we are all treaty people and acknowledge that the York Region District School Board is located on the lands of two treaties. These treaties have been signed with the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation and the First Nation of the William Treaties, who are the Mississauga of Alderville, Kerflick, Hiawatha, Scugog Island, and the Chippewas of Beausoleil, Rama, and Georgina Island, who is our closest neighbor and partner in education. To honor this agreement, we will take up our responsibility to be respectful of their traditions, knowledge, and inherent rights. As sovereign nations, we will respect their relationship with these lands and recognize that our connection to this land is through this continued relation with these First Nations, and we acknowledge our shared responsibility to respect and care for the land and waters for future generations. Next, we will have a display of the Canadian national anthems, a video of student from Dr. Dennison of the Canadian National Anthem will be shared. Please stand if you are able to. You may be seated. Thank you. Moving along to the approval of the agenda. Agenda is in the trustee packages, public agenda package page 1 and 2. Without objection, the agenda as written shall be adopted. Is there any objection, trustees? Without objection, the agenda is adopted. Thank you. At this time, I would ask any trustee who has a direct personal interest or direct or indirect pecuniary interest in any matter being discussed by the board during this meeting to unmute the microphone and state the conflict and nature thereof. Hearing and seeing none, thank you, trustees. Moving along, very grateful tonight. We have the induction of our Indigenous trustee, Dylan Boudreau Big Canoe. It is my pleasure to formally welcome Dylan Boudreau Big Canoe as a member of the Board of Trustees for the York Region District School Board. Dylan, we are grateful for our partnership with the Chippewas of Georgina Islands First Nation and are looking forward working with you and learning from you, Dylan. At this time, the chair would like to invite Trustee Boudreau Big Canoe to approach the table in the middle of the horseshoe and sign the declaration in front of our director and a vice chair. Reading the oath affirmation is optional. Please give a big round of applause to our newly inducted, appointed Indigenous trustee.
once you sign this. Yeah. This is how it goes. All right.
Turn it back.
So yeah, right here. And we sign. Okay. Do you want to say that first? Okay. And then I sign it. Mr. Chair, it's official.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. At this point, please stay. Dylan, please stay. At this point, the chair would like to call upon knowledge sharer Jake Charles and Matt Stevens, culture advisor, will beginning the drumming ceremony. May both of you please come in front, and the chair would like to present the tobacco to both of you before the drumming ceremony. Matt and Jay, please.
Miigwech.
Congratulations, Indigenous Trustee Boudreau. At this point, you can feel free to please take the seat as our York Region District School Board Indigenous Trustee next to our student trustee, Natalia. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I'd like to also say thank you to knowledge sharer Jake Charles and Matt Stevens, our culture advisor, for the drumming. Thank you very much. We will move along to the report from the private session. At this point, the chair would like to recognize Vice Chair McCarthy to rise and report from the private session.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to rise and report the following recommendations and move their adoption without objection. Number one, that the York Region District School Board receive the confidential minutes of the May 5th, 2025 Director of Education Performance Review Committee meeting for information. Number two, that the York Region District School Board receive the minutes and approve the recommendations of the May 27, 2025 Finance Property Standing Committee meeting. Number three, that the York Region District School Board receive the minutes of the June 2nd, 2025 Audit Committee meeting for information. Number four, that the York Region District School Board receive the confidential minutes and approve the recommendations of the June 9, 2025 Director of Education Performance Review Committee meeting. Five, that the York Region District School Board receive the minutes of the June 10th, 2025 Governance and Board Organization Committee meeting for information. And six, that the York Region District School Board receive the minutes and approve the recommendations of the June 10, 2025 Finance and Property Standing Committee meeting. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair McCarthy. Without objection, the recommendation shall be adopted. Is there any objection, trustees, from the private session? Seeing none, thank you very much. Without objection, the recommendation are adopted. Thank you again for the rise and report. Well, we will move along to our very important session for our public board. And at this point, we will move to the next item on the agenda, applause. Thank you for all the members of the public, staff, student educators here. During the applause session at YRDSB, we recognize the significant achievement and contribution of students and staff at the public board meeting monthly. Recognition of achievement is based on criteria set out in the board awards policy. I'm very grateful to advise everyone tonight that we have 4 distinct groups of individuals, teachers, and students be with us here tonight. At this time, I would like to introduce tonight's first recipients. Would the group from Maple High School please come to the center of the horseshoe and face the audience, please? Give them a big round of applause from Maple. As this is, the chair would like to share, this is really very heartwarming and heroic. At Maple High School March staff meeting, the Vaughan Fire Chief presented prestigious life-saving awards to dedicated Maple staff members in recognition of their courageous and life-saving actions. During the perilous moment, when a Maple High School student experienced a medical emergency at school, Yoting Young, Tanya Lemansky, Stephanie Fama, Shauna Gibson, and Jennifer Merkel jumped into action, demonstrating exceptional quick thinking and teamwork. Their immediate response and coordinated effort were instrumental in saving the life of our student. Thanks to their heroic actions, first aid skill and use of school defibrillator. The student made a full recovery and was able to return to school. This remarkable outcome is a testament to the dedication, professionalism, and preparedness of the staff. Thank you to the courage and commitment of Yotin, Tanya, Stephanie, Shauna, and Jennifer. A Maple High School student has another chance at life. Thank you for each recognizing the emergency and for going and above beyond in student moments of need. It is reassuring to know that students are in safe and caring hands when they are at school. I just want to congratulate and thank you very much. I know that our principal are here with us. Thank you very much. And with director, please go to present the certificate of appreciation. And we have local trustee Nadim Mahmoud from Maple High School as well. Thank you, Nadim. Thank you to our educator from Maple High School. And thank you, Principal Patrick. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Please have a seat. This is first.
We wanted to give you an opportunity to share something from your experience.
That is
No details, please, but
Vice Chair tradition.
anything you want to share. And I think Chair conveyed it well. We're very proud to have you on the board, and thank you for your service. Anyone want to share? No? Okay.
Okay.
Next time.
Very modest and humble. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please stay. Okay. Next, would the group from Huron Heights Secondary School please come to the front of the room? I just want to recognize the Huron Heights Secondary School Music Department has had an exceptional year demonstrating by your innovative program developments that have led to outstanding student achievement. Huron Heights Secondary School ensembles earned 2 gold and 2 silver awards at the Music Fest Canada Nationals, shining a light on the high quality of musical instruction delivered by Scott Cameron, Head of Music, Arlene Charters, and Dean Goddard. Your professionalism and dedication is reflected in the 4 choirs, 3 bands, and various student soloists and small ensembles, including the saxophone quartet, jazz rhythm section Charters Angels, and student rock band, the Burning Marshmallows. Burning Marshmallow, I repeat, yes. In addition, the symphonic band received the prestigious Rising Star Award at the OBA Provincial Band Festival, further cementing the excellence of the music program. Another highlight of the year was the continued development of the Art Huron Consortium project, led by Huron Heights Secondary School and supported by the Canadian Music Centre Ontario region. This initiative brings together school music program, community and youth band, and arts organization to commission new works by Canadian composer. The project premiered a new jazz band and choir, each with a goal to commission a new work annually, ensuring the students have access to contemporary Canadian repertoire across diverse musical genres. The scripts finished there, however, just very, very recently, they also have received additional awards. Here we go. The department also hosts a second annual Jazz Summit, welcoming the school from Upper Grand, Peel and Durham District School Board for a day of performance and workshop with professional jazz musicians. With the support of corporate sponsor, this event provides students with valuable experiential learning, additional enrichment opportunities, including composer in residence program, guest artist workshops, Shisham certification, and field trips to major cultural institutions such as the Toronto Symphony Orchestra and Canadian Opera Company. Not finished yet. This is the very, very recent, just received last week. The music department also makes significant contribution to the community and school band through 18 performances, including 8 in the Newmarket area, such as the swearing-in ceremony for new Canadian citizens at Sharon Temple, concert with the keynote singer senior choir, and event at Newmarket Farmers Market. Within the school and the board, student group perform at 10 events, including the YRDSB Learning, Equity, Inclusivity, and Accessibility Symposium and the Huron Heights Parade of Warriors. The winter and spring concert at Flato Theater, the Harmony at Heights student performance event, and the spring vocal recital at Sharon Temple further showcase the talent nurtured by Huron Heights Secondary School educators. This performance have provided valuable opportunity for student growth and build musical connection in the broader community. Scott, Aline, and Dean, your commitment and ability to enrich student learning through this musical opportunity is remarkable, and you truly are an asset to the Huron community, and we commend you for your contribution to student achievement. Congratulations, and may I please ask our local trustee, Carolyn Butterworth, and our director, also joined by Principal Alex Gordon, to please join to receive the certificate and photo. Congratulations. That is a handful of a lot of recognition. Congratulations. Wow. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Please go ahead, Trustee Butterworth.
Hi. I just wanted to add one more thing. They also just won the CBC Music Class Challenge. That was last week? Yeah, the spring edition. CBC, you know, Canada-wide. That's awesome. Congratulations. And one of their beloved music teachers, he's the one that has the biggest smile on his face. He's retiring. Dean Goddard is retiring. 29 years of service. How many years at Huron? 29 at Huron. And the very last performance that they did, he actually played with the kids in the band too. It was really awesome. Anyway, thank you very much. Did you want to say something? They're good. You're not allowed? You're done. You can do whatever you want. No? Okay. Anyway, thank you. They're cutting him off, so that's okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a nice way at the last public board meeting at June, and we still have 2 outstanding groups, so congrats to the first 2 groups. So allow me. Next, I would like to recognize a teacher and team of students from Unionville High School who have gone beyond a normal classroom assignment. Before I invite them to the front of the room, let's watch this video that will tell us more about their accomplishment. Thank you.
Agrotech is basically a smart modular farming system that includes AI as well as drone machinery. In addition to that, it also has, for example, LiDAR technology as well as photogrammetry and also other irrigation systems. And in general, we want to focus on making farming more accessible to farmers.
We at Agrotech, we aim to provide farmers with farm management tools that are accessible and sustainable to help support both local farmers and farmers across Canada and around the world. Because we believe that food security starts with the people who grow it.
Samsung hosts a Solve for Tomorrow challenge every year. So basically we got a team of students together that range from basically from grade 9, 10, 11, and 12, if I remember correctly. And we looked at real world issues. We brainstormed real world issues that we want to solve or highlight. Specifically for us, we were looking at the agriculture issue, challenges that Ontario is facing, and the students got to work in solving those challenges creatively.
After researching some trends that concern the agriculture industry, we realized that a lot of factors were working against it.
We conducted a variety of research for Agrotech and found that over 7,000 farms have been slowly declining since 2016 in Canada. With a decreasing number of farms, we knew that something needed to change.
With climate change happening, it's really important to look at the sustainable options and how we can overcome those challenges.
A lot of the members in our group actually know farmers and have seen their struggles. And we think that it's a really important thing to be able to give back to them since they help us so much.
So Agrotech has both a hardware and a software component to it. On the hardware side, we have a drone and also some sensors. With the drone, we use LiDAR and photogrammetry technology in order to receive 3D scans of the farm, and we use sensors in order to get soil moisture data, etc., in order to send that to the back end of the app.
So essentially all of that hardware components goes all back to this software app, which is extremely convenient for all farmers to use. They get a 3D model of an overview of their farm so that they can see which plants are healthy and which plants need more attention. And we also have a data analytics page which gives you all the information you need to help better manage your farm. A recommendations page where you can make sure that you're always on track. And finally, we have a AI chatbot that can help you with any further questions you have.
It's really rewarding because I know how hard they worked. I know the hours they've put in this. Just to see it being recognized, it means a lot to me and the team.
It's an honor for us to be recognized through the Applause Awards. To us, it validates the months of hard work and dedication that our group put into Agrotech.
I'm hoping that the senior members of the team can come back and help the newer members next year and help the program grow and flourish.
We hope to take Agrotech beyond the current prototype stage by partnering with local farms to help test and gather feedback. And in the future, we plan to expand to vertical farms to help sustain and support the growing population.
Having their own company, going to be leaders in their field and help, really solving those issues is something that I can see them doing, and I think this is a great sort of stepping stone into that.
It gives us hope that projects like ours can help broader communities as well as communities we care about.
Because when farming thrives,
we all thrive.
I am. So this truly is an amazing, innovative accomplishment. I would like to applaud all the students who contribute to this project, as well as your teacher, Mr. Chen, for your role in your success. Your ability to capture the power of AI to build an amazing app that has the potential to make Canadian farmer move more sustainable and efficient for future generations. Congratulations on this amazing feat. At this point, I would like to ask teacher Jeffrey Chen and your team of students, please come forward. I also want to recognize UHS Vice Principal Catherine Clark and their local trustee, Ron Lin, myself.
Thank you everyone for giving us the space to honor our achievement. We really appreciate it and we're very grateful for everyone's support.
Yeah, and we're really looking forward to finding more ways that we can meaningfully contribute to our community going forward. So thank you for the award.
Thank you. Last but not least, I would like to recognize students and staff at Donald Cousins Public School for their ECHO Team Award. But first, we have another video that highlights your work. Let's have a look.
Eco at our school, and it really gives me hope for. Hi, I'm Sheila Duchak. I'm a junior teacher and the Eco lead at Donald Cousins Public School. I am so lucky to work with an amazing group of students, and they inspire me so much with their passion, with their hard work, with the energy that they put into Eco at our school. And it really gives me hope for the future when we've got young people like this fighting for their future.
So every year we send an application to Eco Schools, and in this application we talk about all the various things that we've done, such as our monthly initiatives, bike night, the challenges we've entered. So for a couple of years we've gotten a platinum status, the highest one, but we've never really been recognized as being placed. But this year we placed second in all of Canada, which our Eco crew was really excited, surprised, and just happy about.
So I think it's important for students to take action for the environment, and we believe that it's important for climate change to reduce. That's why the Eco program is in our school, to educate young children about the world and why it's important to protect the environment.
Being outside can help you mentally and physically. So mentally you can your brain is more relaxed, perform better in academics, and for physically you can, like, walking is like good for your body.
We have 3 levels of Eco at Donald Cousins. We have the Eco Sprouts, which are our primary students from 1 to 3. And really what we're trying to do there is we're trying to inspire our younger students to get out in nature, to learn more about the environment. Our next level is our Eco Dragons, and those are our students from grades 4 to 8. And they meet every week, and each month they present to their class a monthly initiative based around an eco issue, and then they have a monthly challenge that they complete as a group. And then our final group is our Eco Crew, and our Eco Crew are our Eco leaders. They range from grade 5 to 8, and they really plan a lot of the initiatives that happen at the school. They do the monthly slide decks, they run the Eco evenings that we have, or volunteer at things like our fun fair, our bike night, and they also work with the Eco Sprouts.
In May, we decided to plant some herbs in the outside garden bed. So some of them include sage, thyme, oregano, and cilantro, and we also hope to move the marigolds and tomatoes outside into the garden later. Now, the goal of our garden was to essentially have an interactive and engaging experience with the primaries, as well as to make a garden which this community can come and pick herbs if they need them.
These are birdhouses and bat boxes made by my grandfather and donated to the school when he learned that we were trying to promote biodiversity by putting up houses for animals in our neighborhood.
This is our artwork, and we included a lot of different natural elements, such as the animals, the trees, the grass, etc. And here the water connects all of us. Water is essential for all living beings.
Our artwork was about the different elements of art, and we showed them some artwork at the end and told them to create some ephemeral art, which is, if you don't know, it's art that is temporary. We use things from nature, rocks, stones, sticks, leaves.
We also did litter cleanup. So basically we took out the Eco Dragons out.
It's really nice to receive the applause award and be recognized by YRDSB because it shows they value eco leadership at schools, and YRDSB is a really big school board. So it's nice that we specifically got recognized, and it shows that even in this small little community that we mean a lot to YRDSB.
I'm so proud and I'm just so grateful for that opportunity for these students to be recognized. And like anything, it's something that they've been building towards for years. Like to see these kids come up from their younger grades and right into intermediate and still have that passion for the environment and to be leaders and to make a difference in the school. And not only for the school to recognize it, but for it to be recognized across the country is incredible.
Congratulations on your recognition from the Echo School, Donald Cousins Public School. You have done amazing work to help the environment. You are role models to your peers at schools and model healthy, sustainable habits. The work that you are doing now is helping to create a healthier planet for generations to come. We applaud you for all your efforts and hope you never stop protecting the environments. And I am aware that your surrounding school also have some eco school. I truly encourage different elementaries, families of school can continue this strong collaboration between elementary school and secondary school to sustain our environment. So I would like to call upon the entire team, Director Kober, and just so happened, this is my school as well.
We just really appreciate that we're getting recognized because we put in a lot of hard work this year, and it took several months to work up to this, so we're just really thankful to YRDSB to be recognized.
Thank you very much, everyone. And I want to congratulate to all four distinguished group for your contribution. What I'm seeing is YRDSB, yes, is a very, very huge board, and we have a variety of diverse strength, energy, passion to all of our students, which our Board of Trustees collectively truly are humble every month, and when we come to hear this applause, which we may or may not be aware of, is really humble us. And this is why we are doing what we are doing for the student achievement, student well-being, and inclusive education. Make sure all students thrive. So thank you very much, and congratulate to all your groups. Please share this joy and continue to be contagious and share this success, share this story, share this passion with your peers, with your lower grade. The secondary school could share to your feeder public school so that you can inspire the younger generation to do what you are doing. So thank you very much and congratulations again. To all the families, thank you very much for your support. To all the educators who are behind the scene for this, this is a testament of how great our YRDSB educators are putting their heart and effort and extra time in their voluntary after school hour time to achieve all this achievement. Thank you very much to all of those. This concludes tonight's applause presentation, and I want to thank you to the student, families, educators again, and administrators out of your very busy schedule. I know it is graduation time, and also for UHS, it is exam time here, and Maple High School, it is exam time. So thank you, students, for coming. Many of the high school students and educators here tonight have exam tomorrow and this week, and we appreciate that you're taking the time away from your studies and work. This is a busy time of the year, and the entire Board of Trustees and the senior team want to wish you a very, very successful final exam. And for those who are graduating, I want to wish you the best to your post-secondary journey. While you are all welcome to stay for the remainder of the board meeting, however, we recognize that you may have better things to do, studying and share good news story. We will pause the meeting briefly to anyone who would like to head out. Have a great night, and I want to wish you a very great summer. Thank you. So moving along, thank you and congratulations again to all the recipients. Moving along to our Heritage Month, York Region District School Board has a wealth of diversity, like we just experienced, in our school and workplace that we celebrate throughout the year. Recognizing the accomplishment and contribution of the many identity groups represented in our boards is one of many ways that we promote inclusive learning and working environments. I'm happy to share that the month of June is Pride Month, National Indigenous History Month, Italian Month, Portuguese and Filipino Heritage Month. We will also recognize July Heritage Month tonight, Egyptian and Tibetan. Trustee Cohen, Student Trustee Natalia, Vice Chair McCarthy, Trustee Michael Chen, Trustee Carolyn Butterworth, and I will recognize June Heritage Month. Trustee Mahmood and Trustee Carolyn Butterworth will recognize July Heritage Month. Trustee Cohen will start us off. Please go ahead, Trustee Cohen.
Thank you very much, Chair. June is Pride Month. It is an opportunity for schools and workplaces to celebrate diversity in our communities and affirm the voices and accomplishments of 2 SLGBTQIA+ people. YRDSB shows its pride in many ways. On the morning of June 2nd, Students, staff, and community members gathered outside of EC Aurora to raise the pride flag. Speakers spoke about the importance of feeling safe, valued, and affirmed in their schools and workplaces. All YRDSB schools and office locations have been asked to show their pride and fly the Intersex Inclusive Progress Pride flag for the month of June. Another significant event is happening this weekend, the annual York Region Pride Parade and Trans March in York Region. This community event has been communicated to staff with an invitation for interested staff to attend and show their support. Within the YRDSB community, many learning resources to highlight 2S LGBTQIA+ voices and celebrate pride have been made available on the Positive Space page of the board's intranet site. These are just some examples of the work taking place across YRDSB to celebrate pride. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I am honored to recognize and celebrate Pride in June. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Trustee Cohen, for recognizing June as Pride Month. Next, we have Indigenous student Trustee Natalia. Over to you, Indigenous Trustee Natalia.
June is a month where YRDSB, as a community, recognizes and celebrates the culture, traditions, history, and strength of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples of Canada, where we can support the students and community of York Region District School Board to learn about the diverse cultures and heritage of this land. Furthermore, this period is important to share the history of challenges and barriers for the Indigenous community, to acknowledge the past, to highlight Indigenous voices, leaders, and artists, to show our support and recognize how we in York Region contribute to the well-being and resources made for the Indigenous students. On behalf of National Indigenous History Month, I am honored to speak on this important month.
Thank you, Indigenous student Trustee Natalia. Thank you very much for recognizing that June as Indigenous History Month. Vice Chair McCarthy, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In 2010, the month of June was proclaimed Italian Heritage Month. A significant number of Italian Canadians live and work in York Region. According to 2021 numbers, people of Italian heritage were the second highest ethnic group in York Region, making up 12.5% of the population. Many of York Region's Italian population have made their homes in Vaughan and King. One of YRDSB's elementary schools in Woodbridge is named after John A. Lombardi, who pioneered multicultural broadcasting in Canada and is of Italian heritage. Italians have made many notable contributions to the development of York Region and our country. Italians have helped build Canada into the welcoming nation it has become. Canadians of Italian heritage are proud of their contributions to this country and to York Region. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I'm happy to recognize June as Italian Heritage Month. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair McCarthy. The month of June is also Portuguese History and Heritage Month in Canada. With over 500,000 people of Portuguese heritage living in Canada, this community is one of the largest Portuguese population in the world. The month of June is significant to the Portuguese community. June 10th is Portugal Day. This day commemorates the death of famous Portuguese poet and literacy figure who often wrote about Portuguese history. Portuguese people began arriving in Canada in significant numbers in the early 1950s. Today, in York Region, there are over 18,000 people of Portuguese origins. Many have contributed to their communities through the fields of education and politics, to the arts, finance, skilled trades, entrepreneurship, and community service. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I'm glad and happy to recognize June as Portuguese Heritage Month. Next, Trustee Michael Chen, over to you.
Thank you, Chair. June is Filipino Heritage Month. The Greater Toronto Area is home to the largest Filipino communities in Canada, with a third of all Filipino Canadians calling the GTA home. Here in York Region, there are approximately 28,000 people of Filipino heritage who live, work, and go to school. The Filipino Canadian community has made and continues to make significant contribution to the cultural, social, and political landscape. June is an important month for the Filipino communities. Every year on June 12th, members of the Filipino community all over the world celebrate Philippines Independence Day, commemorating the declaration of Philippine independence from Spain in 1898. Happy 127th anniversary. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I'm happy to recognize June as Filipino Heritage Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Michael Chen. As we will not meet formally in July, I would like to call upon Trustee Nadeem Mahmood and Trustee Carolyn Butterworth to recognize the July Heritage Month. Over to you, Trustee Mahmood.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The province's Egyptian Heritage Month Act 2019 designates July as Egyptian Heritage. The month is an opportunity for the Egyptian community to celebrate their heritage. The month recognizes the ancient history and culture of Egypt, a place where some of the world's earliest civilizations began. From the building of the pyramids to advances in medicine and astronomy, Egyptian culture has profoundly shaped world history. Egyptian Canadians have made significant contributions to Canada in many diverse fields such as academics, medicine, pharmacy, nuclear energy, aviation, engineering, and as well as many trades and private businesses. Egypt's National Day is on July 23rd. The holiday marks the beginning of the Egypt as an independent republic and a move towards a more democratic form of the government. On behalf of the York District School Board, I'm happy to recognize July as Egyptian Heritage Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Mahmood. Over to you, Trustee Butterworth.
Thank you, Chair. So new this year, our board will recognize Tibetan Heritage Month in July. And for many of us, this is an opportunity to learn about Tibetan heritage and individuals of Tibetan heritage. Most Tibetans are Buddhist. The Buddhist faith has shaped Tibetan culture and traditions. For instance, Buddhism has a significant influence on Tibetan arts and architecture, which is reflected in structures like the many monasteries and spiritual centers found inside Tibet. July is a significant month for the Tibetan community. On July 6th, Tibetans around the world celebrate the birthday of His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama Tenzin Gyatso, who is also an honorary Canadian citizen. This day symbolizes the unity and resilience of the Tibetan community. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I look forward to joining people around our community in recognizing and celebrating Tibetan Heritage Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Butterworth. Our board is truly fortunate collectively to have students, staff, and community members from the Indigenous, Italian, Portuguese, Filipino, and the Pride community working and attending school in York Region. We also value and celebrate members of the Egyptian and Tibetan communities. These people and communities have contributed to the diversity that have enriched our school and workplaces. I would like to thank the trustees this evening for recognizing and celebrating them and their identities tonight. Thank you. At this point, I would like to invite any trustee to please raise your hand with any special announcement locally in your jurisdiction and put your name on the speaker list if you are online, please. Trustee Liang and then Trustee Mahmood.
So May is Take Your MPP to School Week. As a Richmond Hill trustee, we are able to invite Richmond Hill MPP Daisy Wei to visit Richmond Rose, Silver Spring, and Redstone Elementary School and Richmond Green High School. Thanks so much for Superintendent Elizabeth Law and Grant Forfran's support. So every school MPP Daisy Wei visit the classroom and have a short meeting with the principal to share the education concern and resources. They have a very good, good time to try to make sure the education will be more excellent. So June is the graduation season. I have been participating in a few graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all 2025 graduates. Students reach to a major milestone and wish them have a good future. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Leanne, for sharing your take your MPP to school. I appreciate that. Trustee Mahmood.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate. We have been having a lot of fun and a lot of awards and everything going on in this month. So I had the opportunity to attend the ABS Award, which are the Students Award, and Staff Award, and Yes I Can Award, and then Tamil Students Award. So we have had a lot of good celebrations. It's all good. And as we know that the graduation season upon us, so we will be attending a lot of graduations. I would like to share at this time one graduation ceremony which I had an opportunity to attend this morning. This was the kindergarten graduation. So you can see how, the reason I brought these pictures to show you that how much heart is put in there by the staff. Even this is a kindergarten graduation. So this place was full of energy when I walked in there, and then the first time in graduation I had attended. So this is Mackenzie Glen, one of my school. They had a kindergarten graduation. The teachers put this nice display, and then a couple of other things in there you will see through them. So I want to take this opportunity to I shout out to the teachers who took upon themselves to arrange this. Ms. Emanula, Ms. Park, Ms. Madden, Ms. Paul Soni, Ms. Hardy, Ms. Desson, Ms. Lee, Ms. Rose, Ms. Martina, and Ms. Giusto in Mackenzie Glen Public School. Really, it was full of energy. The coordination is amazing. And again, I don't need to tell them because these are all lady teachers, right? So they were coordinated. Their dresses, the teachers have their same dresses. They were wearing the same skirts. And I noticed that they had the same earring as well. So I said, they really put an effort in there, right? Amazing work they do, and then the kids were so happy to see that, and the parents as well. Thank you very much for that. And then last but not least, I had an opportunity to attend an annual event at Maple High School called Model UN. Students from across high schools, they participated in a day of meaningful discussion on the current topics, on the current affairs of the world. And I had the opportunity, and I always enjoy addressing them at the end of the day. And then it was amazing. So thank you very much for the teachers and students who put it together for that nice event on the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Trustee Mahmood, for very fulsome sharing. Yes, May is a celebration month that we have a lot of student celebration that I myself, together with many trustee colleagues, attend. And I'd like to recognize Trustee Kolosowski.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. While we often think about the ways we are divided as a YRDSB community, let's also recognize what unites all of us. June 1st marks Ontario Day. On Ontario Day, we celebrate our unity as Ontarians and how we can work together for the betterment of Ontario, no matter which country we came from. I'd like to wish everyone a happy belated Ontario Day to everyone in our YRDSB community. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Kolosowski, for that recognition. So I don't see any more special announcement. We will now move on. I just want to make sure that I'm in the right agenda item. We have a lot. Next, we will have the Student Trustee End of Year Report. At this time, it is my pleasure, together with my colleagues, to invite our student trustee to present your year-end report. Please go ahead, Student Trustee Matruson, Student Trustee Hayden, and Student Trustee Natalia. Please, the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Director, trustees, staff, and members of the public. What a meaningful journey we have had this year. With student voices always being our guide, from boardroom talks to classroom calls, we stood for students, one and all. We faced the year with heart and grace, uplifted voices, and made our case. We also focused on making schools more inclusive by supporting cultural assemblies and attending student events. To board-wide meetings and community events, I've had the chance to hear directly from students and to ensure their voices were brought to the table. It's been an honor to represent these students. This year showed that when students speak up, lead, and support each other, we can create a real impact. Together, we pushed for a meaningful change to raise academic stress, promoting financial literacy through new programs, advocacy, and bringing back hands-on learning with more school field trips that connected us to the real world beyond the classroom walls.
Last month, we had the pleasure of holding our York Region President's Council elections. I'd like to give a huge congratulations to our new executive who will represent the next year of student leadership in our school board. I want to give a specific congratulations to Eric Chen and Owen Yin from Milliken Mills High School and Bayview Secondary School, who will be serving as our next year's Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister. We had an opportunity to meet the new team and prepare for a transition. I also want to reflect on the work put in by this year's executives and teacher advisors. We ran our first year with 2 student outreach meetings, which saw participation from nearly all our secondary schools, 30 out of 33. And even with our election process, this was the most competitive election process that I've ever seen, and that genuinely reflects our students' perspectives in our board. I think the number of candidates demonstrates the YRPC is becoming an organization that more students want to see themselves involved in, one that we can hopefully grow into a strong community. Thank you to our previous team, whether they'll be returning to our schools or graduating and going down exciting paths. I also want to thank our teacher advisors who have given us guidance, and without, our achievements would not have been possible for the past year. Being a student trustee representing our students for the past year has been an absolute dream. And I'm incredibly excited to be returning next year with Natalia and as well as our new student trustee, Jason. This is our school board's first time having a returning student trustee, let alone 2. So it is very exciting. And there were so many highlights that make it difficult to condense this into a single report, but we are truly grateful for the trust the student body has placed in us and are looking forward to another great year.
Over the month of May, the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit team has counseled a workshop focused on creating moccasins and bonding. And we've had the annual general meeting with Osta Eco take place from May 22nd to 25th. But most importantly, the month of June focuses on a very important time of the year. Every June, we celebrate National Indigenous History Month, a time where we focus on how advocacy is set, awareness is shown, and voices are raised. This is also a culturally significant time, a learning experience where YRDSB commemorates the history of the Indigenous peoples across Canada and within York Region District School Board. The month that recognizes and celebrates the traditions and cultures of the many communities across the lands of Canada. To further extend provided resources and gatherings for the Indigenous community to attend, to connect, and to add these experiences to each of their own bundles. To support and recognize how we in York Region contribute to the well-being and resources made for the Indigenous students. Another significant date that I would like to note within the month of June is National Indigenous Peoples Day that takes place on June 21st. On Monday, May 26th, the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit team organized a cultural bonding educational session where Indigenous students from across the board were able to attend a workshop at Vivian Outdoor Resource Center to join in a circle and make their own personal moccasins. During this session, students were educated on how to sew together, join as a community, and learn cultural-based teachings. We thank those who take the time to coordinate such meaningful events. These strengthen the community, they support, teach, and allow Indigenous students to have a space where they feel recognized. From May 22nd to 25th, in the City of Toronto, Osta Eco held their annual general meeting where student leaders unite and have the opportunity to feel supported in their role as representatives and a voice for students within their board. During this meeting, Hayden and I attended workshops and exciting activities in a community where we feel we belong. We also thank those within our board and those at Osta Eco who make this experience possible, to smoothen our journey as we step into a magnitude of leadership and convene with one another. Having the privilege to represent our First Nations, Métis, and Inuit students was such a treasured experience and I am deeply grateful and excited to continue on into my second term alongside Hayden Lai. Overall, the 2024 to 25 term has been one filled with student community, recognition, and achievements. Matusan, Hayden, and myself sincerely thank the board for your endless support and mentorship over our tenure. We're open to any questions or comments. Chimigwech.
To all students, have a great summer, stay active, and enjoy it until it lasts, especially for those in grade 12 transitioning into post-secondary, including myself. This will be your truly last free summer. So, all in all, students, your vision has always been our mission. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Matrician, Hayden, and Natalia for your report. As I will naturally go into the following agenda item, which is the recognition of our outgoing 2025 student trustee Matrician. At this point, the chair would like to recognize Vice Chair McCarthy to provide the recognition for outgoing student Matrician and present his gift, which is located by your place at the boardroom table very closely to you. Vice Chair McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's one of the honors of being vice chair is that I get to work very closely with the student trustees. And another school year is ending. That means that the term of office for the 3 student trustees is also coming to end for some of them. And I would like to take a moment to recognize them for their contributions they have made to our board. I will recognize all 3 of them, and then we'll have a nice presentation just after that. So I'll start with student trustees Kugatha Sen, Pitawakawat, and Lai, forgive me, I'm still learning, have done an outstanding job in carrying out these trustee duties. Together, they worked and advocated for the 130,000 YRDSB students whose voices they represented at the boardroom table on committees and conferences and leadership events. I'll start with Metusen Kugathasan. He brought his natural curiosity, flexibility, and resilience to every challenge. He was always ready to help, eager to learn, and happy to collaborate with anyone. Whether leading from the front or stepping back to let others shine, YRDSB students will miss Mitusen responsive leadership. Beyond border meetings, Mitusen has made a profound impact through building meaningful relationships with student groups. We are incredibly proud to share that Mitusen will pursue post-secondary education at Schulich School of Business, which is Canada's top business school. Then he will move forward. Yeah, we can pause. Yes, that's very admirable. Then he will move forward with his education to law school to become a lawyer. There is no doubt that he will continue, yes, he will continue to advocate for others and shape the world around him with the same integrity that he has brought to the school board. On behalf of all of us, thank you, Mitusen, for your service, your voice, and your leadership. Now I'll move on to Hayden Lai. And Hayden Lai, I've got to know, is passionate about student voice and the role of democracy in education. We took a ride home one day as we were carpooling, and he got to tell me all about his mock trials, and they're very, very interesting and very exciting. He was involved with his school Model United Nations program, school council, various political campaigns, and charities. He has also contributed significantly to York Region President's Council and to his school's International Baccalaureate program. Hayden is returning to the student trustee role next year, and we look forward to welcoming him back to the boardroom table in September, and looking forward to all of the great ideas that he brings with him. Thank you, Hayden. Now we'll move on to my good friend, Indigenous student trustee Natalian Pitawanakawat. Is originally from Witkwamku, unceded territory, the largest Anishawabek community of Manitoulin Island. As a member of the Ontario Student Trustees Association Truth and Reconciliation Advocacy Interest Group, Natalia helped create their Vision 2030 framework. She was recently awarded the Lee Award from the Misawi Beak Development Corporation. Over the past year, Natalia has attended workshops with the FNMI team where she shared her experiences on colonization and erasure and worked with students to capture and share their feedback. Natalia is also in the final stages of finishing her first set of homemade moccasins, which is so cool. I'm happy to share that Natalia will be returning next year for a second year at YRDSB Indigenous School Trustee. Natalia, thank you for all of your hard work and your contributions to Indigenous students. We look forward to continuing this great work with you. I'll share a brief story just that speaks to Natalia's patience and kindness. We sometimes carpool home, and I've been known to be a little bit slow at getting ready, and I have to grab this bag and say bye to that person and use the washroom. And by the time we're walking down to the car, I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Natalia, to keep you." She says, "It's okay. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother." So I was both happy and sad at the same time when she said that. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. I take it in a stride. But I share that because it's a little bit funny, a little bit sad, but it just really speaks to her humanity and her kindness. And I'm such a pleasure to know her. Such a pleasure to know all three of them, but the other two have not called me grandmother, so I'm happy to say that. And yeah, I mean that sincerely. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, congratulations, Hayden, Mitusen, and Natalia, providing such a great service to students across our board. Your work, dedication, and commitment to students is inspiring to each and every one of your trustee colleagues, and that's true. It's truly been a pleasure and honor to work with you in advancing student success and well-being across York Region. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair McCarthy. At this point, I would like to invite the family members, if they are together. I met them earlier, and to receive a recognition of certificate and appreciation. And Vice Chair McCarthy and Director, please join and present those in front. And I invite the families to also able to come to the front for taking a picture. Yes, yes. The family member, sister, mom and dad, feel free to come for a picture with Machuson. I know there's one more section coming up. Yes. And there are
Yeah, I would really like to thank the York Region District School Board for being there in every board meeting, in every situation. Every time I walk into this room, it's not just about the trustees, all the professional work you guys see. They're more than just the York Region District School Board. It feels like a family and a community every time I step into this board meeting. So I really like to thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you. That's your bag. Okay. All right, next. And next, Hayden, please. That's right. Don't move that envelope. You want to see it?
Sure. I mean, ever since I only joined the school board in grade 9, and I remember in my first month, a past student trustee, Bruce, introduced me to this role as a student trustee, and ever since then, I've wanted to be involved in student leadership, advocacy, and over the past year, I've had the pleasure of working with both Matusin and Natalia, and all the trustees around this table, getting to know them, and I'm looking forward to another year. Thank you.
Natalia? And any family members? I'll take it of you guys.
Well, I'm the last to go, so I feel like everything that I wanted to say has already been said, but again, it was amazing. It was an amazing opportunity to work with everybody here at the table. It was an amazing community and such an invaluable opportunity that I've had to get to connect and to get to have this experience in leadership. I'd like to say thank you to one of my teachers as well in this community at my high school, Newmarket High School, that introduced me to this role. I go by Miss Davis, but her name is Danina Davis, and she runs a LEAP program there, and she introduced me to this role, and I'm so very grateful for this opportunity, this experience. It was amazing to make so many amazing relationships with the people here, and to get to connect with the Indigenous community, to meet so many bright minds and spirits as well. Thank you so much, Miigwech. And again, I'm looking forward to doing another term with Hayden Lai. Yeah, thank you so much.
And maybe
Well done.
with outgoing student trustee Matrician, I invite all three of you to have a picture. Yeah, all three of you. Yes. Director, yes, more picture. And vice chair, because the vice chair over the past year have been having a regular monthly meeting with all three student trustees over the past year, and thank you, Vice Chair McCarthy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we are moving along to the induction of the 2025 and 2026 student trustee Hayden Lai, Jason Lin, and Natalia Pitaquan Nakwa. At this point, I'd just like to ask Vice Chair McCarthy again will deliver the welcoming remarks to invite each student trustee to read aloud and sign the Declaration of Office and the Trustee Code of Conduct.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Please join me in welcoming Jason Lin, along with re-elected student trustees Hayden Lai and Natalia Pitawanakwat, who will be sworn in this evening's student trustees, as this evening's student trustees. Each year, YRDSB students have the opportunity to vote for the student trustees who will represent their voices across the York Region District School Board. Jason and Hayden were elected by elementary and secondary students. Natalia was appointed to the Indigenous student trustee position. They are looking forward to working with and representing all 130,000 YRDSB students. We will now move on to the signing of the declarations of office and codes of conduct. We will begin with Natalia. Yeah, all three can step up to where we were, and then we'll just go one by one to sign. All three can probably sit down as well. Natalia, please read and sign the Declaration of Office.
I, Natalia Pitawanakwat, having been selected by my peers to represent the elementary and secondary students in this board, do solemnly swear that I will respect the rules of protocol and conduct of this board, will represent students to the best of my ability, will present the best interest of students for the benefit of the board, and will serve as an advocate and representative of the York Region District School Board at all times.
Natalia, please read and sign the Trustee Code of Conduct.
I, Natalia Pitawanakwat, having been selected by my peers to represent the elementary and secondary students in this board, do solemnly swear that I will respect the rules of protocol and conduct of this board, will represent students to the best of my ability, will present the best interest of students for the benefit of the board, and will serve as an advocate and representative of the York Region District School Board at all times.
It's official.
Congratulations. Thank you. Next, can we have Hayden please come to the table? Hayden, please read and sign the Declaration of Office.
I, Hayden Lai, having been selected by my peers to represent the elementary and secondary students in this board, do solemnly swear that I respect the rules of protocol and conduct of this board, will represent students to the best of my ability, will present the best interests of students for the benefit of the board, and will serve as an advocate and representative of the York Region District School Board at all times. I, Hayden Lai, having been selected by my peers to represent the elementary and secondary school students in this board, do solemnly swear that I will respect the rules of protocol and conduct of this board, will represent the students to the best of my ability, will present the best interest of students for the benefit of the board, and will serve as an advocate and representative of the York Region District School Board at all times.
Congratulations.
And last but not least, Jason Lin, please come to the front. Jason, please read and sign the Declaration of Office.
I, Jason Lin, have been selected by my peers to represent the elementary and secondary students in this board. Do solemnly swear that I will respect the rules of protocol and conduct of this board, will represent students to the best of my ability, will represent the best interests of students for the benefit of the board, and will serve as an advocate and representative of the York Region District School Board at all times. I, Jason Lin, having been selected by my peers to represent the elementary and secondary students in the board, do solemnly swear that I will respect the rules of protocol and conduct of this board, and represent students to the best of my ability, will represent the best interests of students for the benefit of this board, and will serve as an advocate and representative of the York Region District School Board at all times.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to all three of you, and if Jason's, congratulations. And if the family want to have a picture, please feel free to come into the horseshoe of the center and have a picture.
Yes, please. Jason's family, come up to the front. As student trustees, thank you, Jason, Natalia, and Hayden. You will work, as student trustees, you play an important role in our board. You will work and collaborate with student staff and the Board of Trustees to represent student voice and help trustees make decisions that consider the student perspective. We greatly value your viewpoints. Wait, go back. Your viewpoints that student trustees bring to the boardroom table and the work that they do to promote student engagement. We wish you success in your role and looking forward to working with you in the 2025-2026 school year. Thank you. we're late. You'll be happy you have another. Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And congratulations to Jason, Hayden, and Natalia for your 2025-2026 term. Looking forward to working with all three of you as Board of Trustees. We'll move along to the adult. And Ontario Public School Board Association report. Chair recognized First Board of Director, Trustee Mahmood, to provide OPSPA report. I know you have a lot of information to share with us from the provincial level. Over to you, Trustee Mahmood.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So trying to keep it brief, right, so that we are already quite late in the evening, and we've still got a number of items in the agenda to go through. Ontario Public School Board Association OPSPA Board of Directors met this last weekend on June 12th. And then a few of the points which were discussed and then decided upon. First of all, that in alignment with the 2024-25 annual operation plan, review of the OPSPA awards program was undertaken to seek greater alignment with the OPSPA mission, vision, value, and strategic priorities. So input was requested from the Executive Council, Regional Council, Indigenous Trustees Council, Black Trustees Caucus, and other partners. And a feedback on this proposed refreshed draft OPSPA award program, and that will be incorporated in a final program to be launched during the 25-26 year. At the same time, 2024-25 OPSPA annual report was also released, and it's available online for all trustees. I'll be sharing a link for the benefit of everybody. On June 9th, OPSPA President Kathleen Woodcock and then Executive Director Stephanie Donaldson, they had a first face-to-face meeting with the new Minister of Education, Mr. Calandra. The meeting followed a brief telephone discussion last month and was an opportunity for OPSPA to review its priorities and discuss current education issues. So that was the first meeting, and then hope that many more to come. As part of the Take Your MPP to School week, there were 40 members of provincial parliament who signed up for that program, and then they were able to visit various schools across the province. We know that the education funding, the core education funding, was announced by the ministry on May 23rd. OPSPA have been working and analyzing on this one, that the core education funding is estimated to be $30.3 billion for the 25-26 years, which is an increase of $953.3 million, which is 3.3% as compared to the last year. And the majority of this increase in funding is the announcement is related to the benchmark increases to support centrally negotiated improvements, sectors, collective agreements, and 25-26 school year is the final year for many collective agreements in the sector, as previously we know that, and the third year for the principal or vice principal terms and conditions as well. On June 2nd, OPSPA released the data based on that, and then showing that per pupil funding gap still exists. When inflation adjusted to the match 2018 money values, back in 2018 when the current government was first elected, schools were receiving $12,282 for each student. The amount planned for 25-26 is $14,560 per student, but if it's adjusted to match 2018 money values, it is actually only $11,878. That means that there is still a gap of $404 per student compared to 2018, although that gap is better than $776 gap, which was last year. So it's an improvement, but still that gaps do exist as well. So OPSPA has also noted that every single one of our member boards is experiencing such increased special education demand that they are forced to spend significantly more on the special education than the amount they have got the funded from the government. So that area remains across all boards a concern as well. A couple of more items. One is that on the BTC, which is Black Trustees Caucus, they met on June 7th and elected a new Trustee Debbie King, as from the Toronto District School Board as the chair for the new year 25-26. A local discussion on OPSPA's response to Bill 33 was also held. That is a bill which is coming for discussion in the fall, Supporting Children and Student Act. That's known as that. So that various groups, policy development group and an education development group, will meet over the summertime to have an initial response prepared on behalf of all the boards as well. Last but not least, OESC, Essential Governance. So OPSA was also able to let the delivery of the 4 English webinars that are form of the video, part of the mandatory professional learning. So all the trustees have to finish mandatory learning of 10 modules. Out of that, 4 were presented in cooperation with OESC. And so the rest of the 6 programs are optional, and then the trustees can take upon that. And that is it from me, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Mahmood, for representing us in the provincial level alongside Dr. Sinclair. I also acknowledge that over the past weekend, yourself, Trustee Butterworth, Trustee Law, and Trustee Dr. Sinclair went to the OPSPA AGM with a lot of good information. We look forward for the continued work for, from OPSPA, advocating the best for public education on behalf of all of our students. So thank you very much for all the update. One thing that I would like to highlight on top of Nadeem, very, very great. I think it's worth to mention it here. Annually at the AGM, as I have checked with Trustee Mahmood, we have the OPSPA Award of Excellence. And I'm so grateful to report and share with the members of the public staff and trustee colleagues, which a lot of us are aware that our very own Trustee Dr. Elizabeth Sinclair has been chosen to be the award recipient for the Dr. Harry Paikin Memorial Award. This award is given to active or retired public school trustee for the outstanding service. And I am very grateful to share alongside with my OPSPA Board of Directors, trustee colleagues, that Dr. Elizabeth Sinclair have proudly become the recipient of this. And the award ceremony will be happening January of 2026 alongside other OPSPA recognition and awards. So Dr. Sinclair, I know you are online. We want to send you a very, very big congratulations. Thank you for representing public education. Thank you. And thank you, Trustee Mahmood, for the update. Just let's give a round of applause to Dr. Sinclair. Okay. Thank you. Moving along to the Director's information. Over to you, Mr. Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A great deal of information to share across our district during the month of June, but certainly want to acknowledge the award of Dr. Sinclair. So that's wonderful news in representation of public education in York Region. So congratulations, Dr. Sinclair, on behalf of all staff and students and trustees here in the York Region District School Board. I'd like to formally take the opportunity to welcome our new Indigenous trustee, Dylan Bojo Big Canoe. Thank you very much, Dylan, for joining us, and we know you're going to make meaningful contributions here in the York Region District School Board. You have over the years in many other capacities, and we're so thrilled and welcome you here to the boardroom and the trustee table, and look forward to working with you in the months and years ahead. So congratulations and welcome. I, of course, want to welcome back our student trustees that are returning, Hayden and Natalia, next year, and thank you for your continued leadership and your excellent work in governance and leadership with our students. I've seen it firsthand as you've hosted the conference with leaders from across the district, but your advocacy is outstanding, and I just want to say thank you, and we're thrilled to continue to work with you in the year ahead. So thank you very much. And I'd like to congratulate outgoing trustee Matusan. Sir, you have brought vigor to the role, and we really, really have appreciated your advocacy and your voice. You, along with your colleagues, have been exemplary in your leadership, and it's so nice to have your parents here tonight to see that firsthand, and we just want to congratulate you on your upcoming graduation and wish you all the best. Hopefully the experiences of your leadership here you will carry forward, and I know apply in leadership opportunities that are ahead for you. So congratulations on behalf of all of us. Thank you. I'd like to now, Mr. Chair, go into some of our student achievement and learning updates. Staff are working to support students across our system. As you know, we're getting near the end of the year with our assessments, as we've talked about. But I want to touch base on our annual EQEO process. There's a lot of work that goes into our annual EQEO assessments, and these individual student personalized reports are used to improve system, school, programming, and classroom instruction and assessment. We recognize they're only a snapshot in time, but they do inform our practices, and our board results are shared annually on our student achievement plan, and we appreciate the additional efforts of our students and staff as they work through this annual assessment process. As we've spoken of earlier this evening, many student assessments are taking place and report card completion. The month of June brings excitement for summer, but as well a lot of work. A lot of final assessments from which the year to inform the upcoming report cards. Elementary students are working towards completing the curriculum for their grade levels and looking forward to progressing to the next grade for September 2025. And students in second year kindergarten, grade 1 and 2, went through the early screening benchmark, and folks received those screening updates in the fall. And students who did not meet the benchmark on the early reading screening tool in the fall were reassessed in the spring, and their results will be reported on the final report card for their parents. Secondary students, as already been acknowledged, are engaged in final exams and assessments and culminating activities between June 16th and 24, and report cards will be distributed electronically by July 2nd, and we wish everyone the best with that work forward. Our graduations, I believe Trustee Law was attending a graduation earlier, and elementary school graduations have started and continue through the end of June, and these are wonderful opportunities to celebrate our students' success and to launch them on to the next step of their educational journey. And we look especially forward to congratulating our secondary school graduates at ceremonies on June 24th, 25th, and 26th. One strong theme that we've seen in the boardroom throughout the years are partnerships. Our digital literacy partnership is an example to highlight between the York Region District School Board and ComKids. This partnership provided approximately 30 new Chromebooks to students who might not be able to access a device at home. And for various reasons, this is an example where partnerships and Chromebooks were delivered to students in February in training and delivered to students and teachers to support, and a final follow-up in June. But I just wanted to share this because we have been working on developing and growing our partnerships across our district with a number of partners and community programs. Hearsay Play is a partnership that is a collaborative effort between speech-language pathologists and full-day kindergarten teachers and designated early childhood educator. The program partnership supported early reading development this year in a number of schools through targeted 45-minute sessions and conducted in small group of students of 10 or less. And we're really proud of that partnership. A number of events and activities, as we've all acknowledged, take place through May and June. I'd like to highlight a couple of them. Our Deaf and Hard of Hearing Literary Cafe team held its annual Literary Cafe, an evening event to highlight and celebrate student voice and talents in a variety of mediums and forms. Students presented poems, monologues, photography, and art to their families, and other students from across the region were building on their existing sense of community and connection within this department, and that took place on May the 7th. Our Blind Sport Day on June 3rd, the Blind and Low Vision team held Blind Sports Day at McLeod's Landing Public School, welcoming students from across the region to engage in a variety of activities that support exposure and inclusion in a variety of sport and recreational activities, highlighting staff's efforts on inclusive education, one of our multi-year strategic plan pillars, and enhancing the student school experience across the York Region District School Board. And our Deaf of Hard of Hearing team held its annual year-end picnic on June the 4th, where students from across the region came together to celebrate the school year, connecting as a community from across the entire district in participating in arts and crafts and recreational activities planned by many different team members, providing an engaging experience for students and families. And I see we have members of our First Nations, Inuit, and Métis team here. They hosted a great event at Williams Secondary on June the 7th and also engaged a number of community partners in learning around Indigenous History Month, and we want to thank them for that opportunity and the growth of that event taking place going forward. Our annual athletics and activities festivals for our secondary track and field event for students with disabilities return this year with an updated name, now called Students of Differentiated Access, SODA-S. The goal of SODA-S is to provide students with disabilities the opportunity to participate in the inter-school sport in a festival-like event. This year's event was recently hosted at Dr. Denison, and they were not slowed down by the traffic situation on the 404 that delayed the start of the event. I had the opportunity to attend, and it was such an uplifting event, and it was the celebration of inclusion, if there ever was one in the York Region District School Board, to see the event hosted for these secondary students with or without a diagnosis, IEP or IPRCs, tailored to meet the needs of students who benefit from accommodations or modifications, to participate in track and field style events. The event promoted physical activity, fair play, and friendly, supportive competition, and boy, did they compete. Registration for our upcoming Indigenous International Language Program is underway for the 2025-2026 year, and session of the Learning Indigenous and International Languages program is available. York Region District School Board offers language learning for students at both the elementary and secondary levels, so please promote this if you have the opportunity to, and registration information languages are available on our website. As you're aware, there is an advertisement right now for our PIAC, our Parent, Family, and Community Engagement Advisory Committee. This committee supports and encourages and enhances parent engagement at the board level in order to improve student achievement and well-being, and parents and family members interested in serving as a member of PIAC are asked to apply by June 25th. So you may please promote that. I want to take a moment and recognize some staff that are in the room this evening. As Trustee Mahmood said, the funding release from the Ministry of Education didn't come out until late May. And we are here tonight. One of the things we're here to do is to work through our budget approval process for the 2025-2026 year. And through the leadership of Associate Director Maharaj and Comptroller Sabrina Wang at the back and Comptroller Jana Lagayev, along with all finance and budget staff, I'd like you all to stand up, please, if I may. The work that, we didn't land from May 23rd until tonight. It was a comprehensive approach that has been taking place over months. And the work that the folks have put into this has been absolutely incredible. But what I, as your Director of Education, I am incredibly proud of, at the center of every single conversation that took place was our students and what our students need. And every single conversation around budgets and where we were looking to make sure the resources are placed was around our students. And I just want to say incredible, incredible work, and thank you very, very, very much for that. Now I would like to go on, and it's the celebrations, the acknowledgements, the Fresh starts tonight as we look forward to the 25-26 school year with new student trustees. Jason, welcome. I want to take a moment and welcome you, and it's wonderful to have you joining our team, and we congratulate you and look forward to you joining our student trustee team. And I know you ran a strong campaign, and your peers are very proud that you're here, and we're very proud that you're here joining our team as well. So congratulations to you. But it's been an entire cross-section. If we looked at the applause tonight, it's been an entire cross-section from learning in the classroom to what I call the enhanced student experience in schools, extracurricular. We've celebrated music, arts, we've celebrated athletics in the boardroom this year, to see the AI demonstration of instruction that's taken off, to see that taking place tonight in the boardroom. It makes me incredibly proud to lead the York Region District School Board in public education. Anyone that needed to have confidence in public education needed to be in this room tonight to see the incredible work that's taking place in our schools and across our entire system for what goes on day in, day out. We bring it up in a summary with an applause. An applause video brings it to a very quick synopsis, but there is so much work and planning that goes into that, and everybody in this room is a part of that. And I just want to say, as your Director of Education, you all deserve a pat on the back for your contribution to that and the incredible pride that our students have each and every day in their work and learning. And it's so important that we continue to promote the incredible work that takes place in public education in York Region, here in the York Region District School Board every day. As the 24-25 school year wraps up, I want to recognize the students and staff for all their hard work this year. York Region District School Board educators and staff work in classrooms, schools, and service departments across our entire district continue to demonstrate professionalism while supporting student learning and well-being throughout the year. Their focus on service excellence through their work and commitment contribute to the making York Region District School Board one of the top performers in public education, and that was on display here tonight. Staff's effort provide our students with an enhanced school experience, as we see in this boardroom frequently through our applause program and in our classrooms and beyond in their school life experiences. And I would also like to single out our school administration teams that lead on the front lines each and every day, working incredibly hard in support of their staff and every staff member in every role in which they contribute to across our system. And I would also like to take a moment and acknowledge the senior team. I get to work incredibly closely with an incredible senior leadership team that the York Region District School Board is fortunate to have such rich leadership. And I am so proud to work beside and lead with them each and every day across our system. And their leadership and their work ethic is absolutely exemplary. And I am pleased and proud to say that we're seeing the benefits of that leadership and that work as we see here tonight, each and every day across our system. So on behalf of all of us, I want to thank you, senior leadership team. We also want to congratulate our elementary, secondary, and adult education students, because we have adult education students that are graduating as well this year. Most secondary students, as mentioned earlier, are writing their exams and final assessments, and we wish them continued success and know they'll be successful with that. Along with their families, we are proud of their achievements and acknowledge many are looking forward to their grade 12, and our grade 8 graduates are looking forward to the next step in their educational journey. But I want to recognize, as we talk about coming to the end of the 24-25 school year, and I want to say our plant and facility staff and our IT staff, this is, for an accountant, tax season is intense. This is intense for our plant staff and our IT staff, because once we generally get out of the buildings, they're able to go in and do the capital work, the infrastructure, do all the project work that gets us set up for the year for 25-26. And then, of course, our continuing education run all of their summer programs. And they ramp up and have an incredible, along with an incredible number of programs and events and activities for our students throughout the summer months. So I know that as we're acknowledging the conclusion of the 24-25 school year, there's a lot of hard work that continues day in, day out on a number of fronts. And the wheels of the York Region District School Board continue to turn. And I just want to say thank you, because I know you have an incredibly busy summer season ahead and getting us all ready, cleaned up, and ready to go for another year. And as the 24-25 school year concludes, I just want to say I hope everyone, students, families, staff, and trustees find time to take a break and enjoy a safe and restful summer ahead. And on behalf of staff, I want to thank the governance team, our trustees. Their relentless work, the hours they put in, the committee work, the events that they come out to, the community events they come out to and support. Folks don't know, they see you in those events, but they don't know how much time you commit to public education. And we, as a senior staff specifically, do know, and staff needs to know. And I want to say congratulations and thank you for all you do in representing all of us in public education and working alongside us and supporting us and being champions for public education. And wish you a safe and restful summer ahead as well. Mr. Chair, that concludes my report. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful summer season.
Thank you very much, Mr. Director. What a way to for you to wrap up the 2024-2025 school year. I am listening carefully and I'm reflecting. I think as a Board of Trustee, we have the privilege to work for all of the 130,000 students through various event committee. For example, it just come to my mind that over the past year, we have had the opportunity as a school board to open 3 brand new schools, which is very, very amazing as a board. And I remember my colleagues when they are attending the school opening, they are very, very energized, positive, taking a picture of the school opening, the building. We feel the pride, and we continue to serve. And from the report, something strong coming out from the report that you present is that we celebrate the applause. And from the rare report, we also continue to work on the work that we need to do to serve the student with exceptionality, with needs. And we just want to keep the focus for all of the students with various needs and the educators. Big applause to all the educators across the system. I think on behalf of the trustee, I just want to say everything that you have said to us is reciprocal. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, thank you, Mr. Director, for a successful 2024-2025. Remember vividly October when we first passed our strong multi-year strategic plan. Fast forward to today that we have a district action plan that we are continue to monitor how we are doing this work together to ensure that all of our students receive all the resource with the resource that we are receiving. Moving along, we will have to do some regular but very important work that we are going to approve some of the items that we are going to do. So moving along to the approval of the board minutes, page 17 to 22 of the May the 6th board public session, found on page 17 to 22, as mentioned, agenda have been distributed to all trustees. I just want to allow trustees to have a brief moment. Our year have been very, very busy this evening. Now is our eye. Just take a look at the minutes to see if there's any correction to those minutes. Page 17 to 22 of our 163 pages agenda. Okay. Are there any correction to the minutes, trustees? As there are no corrections, the minutes are approved as presented. Thank you, trustees. Moving along, included on page 23 to 150, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 7 minutes of committee meetings. This routine recommendation are here for our approval as one consent motion. Page 23 to 105, Policy and Bylaw Standing Committee, May the 6th. Page 107 to 109, Learning Equity Wellbeing Standing Committee, May the 13th. Page 111 to 113, Finance and Property Standing Committee, May the 27th. Page 115 to page 116, Audit Committee, June 2nd, 2025. I want to recognize and thank you for Trustee Kolosowski for stepping up as the acting chair for the Audit Committee for June the 2nd. Page 117 to 118, Learning Equity and Wellbeing Standing Committee, June the 3rd, 2025. Page 119 to page 148, Governance and Board Organization Committee, June the 10th, 2025. Last but not least, page 149 to 150, Finance and Property Standing Committee, June the 10th, 2025, and we have one non-routine item that will be pulled out. I just want to say thank you. Over the last month has been busy. You can recognize that we have 2 learning equity, we have 2 finance and property, because we want to do this to ensure that our fiduciary duty is fulfilled and ensure that we have a strong budget for 2025-2026. So this routine recommendation are here for our approval as one consent motion. Without objection, the recommendation shall be adopted. Are there any objections, trustees? Seeing none, thank you. Without objection, the recommendation are adopted as presented. Thank you. Moving along, we have a non-routine recommendation, number 1, 2025-2026 draft operating budget from the Finance and Property Standing Committee minutes, June the 10th, 2025. Recommendation number 1, 2025-2026 draft operating budget from the Finance and Property Standing Committee minutes, June 10th, 2025 has been taken off routine. We are going to have this. This is a recommendation from the Finance and Property Standing Committee. I'm going to read out that resolution. Resolved that the York Region District School Board approve its 2025-2026 operating budget as outlined in this report. I now invite a trustee member to move the recommendation contained in the June 10th, 2025 Finance and Property Standing Committee meeting minutes. Trustee Butterworth, also rightly so, the chair of the Finance and Property Standing Committees, move the recommendation. I'm going to open the floor for trustee member for any question or debates. Trustee, please go ahead and put your name in the chat box or raise your hand if you have any questions. I just want to refer that the packages on the June 10th, 2025, the last Finance Property Standing Committee, if you need to refer. Trustee Mahmood.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I start, I have a question. I wanted to congratulate the staff, the senior staff, and especially in the leadership of Associate Director Vidya Maharaj, who I understand have purchased the new shoes because she's delivering a balanced budget today. So, congratulations again for delivering the balanced budget. It's a hard work, as we know that how we were competing against a timeline to meet the June 30th timelines to make sure that the budget is delivered on time, and we are approving this. So again, and her leadership, and then the thanks to the staff who have worked really hard on this one, and then they brought us back a couple of times to go back and forth, and then finally we are in a position to deliver the budget. I'm not saying this lightly because I sit on OPSA board of directors, and I know how many other boards are in deficit. They are delivering the budgets, they are not able to balance their budget for one or the other reasons, and then we are lucky to have such a dedicated staff who were able to find opportunities and then make sure that we are delivering that budget. Now, I come to my question or clarification. One of the main concerns, I think, is for boards like us and few other boards as well, is declining enrollment. And it seems that the projections are not looking good for next few years, right? So through you, my question would be that, Mr. Director, are we looking at, or the staff is looking ahead that, how we plan for coming years as well, in light of this declining projection numbers as well?
Mr. Director.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through you to Trustee Mahmood. Trustee Mahmood, in fact, the answer is yes. What we've learned from the process this year, the budget process, is it's a comprehensive, everyday process. And as we go through the school year, we are always looking for operational efficiencies, and we are always looking where we may find new ways, innovative ways to align resources where they're most needed. And so throughout the year, although it's the culminating opportunity to pass a budget when we get to the opportunity like tonight, it doesn't just land tonight. It starts for the 26-27 next year, the day we implement this budget. And it's each and every day. And through the leadership of AD Maharaj and her team, they've already gone through department by department and work with teams. And in that process this year, also gave a forecast for each team and department to be looking at certain efficiencies that they may find for next year. And we recognize that the funding formula that comes from the ministry focused on enrollment, and there's certain compliance and funding models that we absolutely will be aligned with automatically, such as class size, those kinds of things from teaching staff. But there are other things that we need to do in our departments each and every day to make sure we're measuring every dollar. And when I said earlier in my comments that I am so proud of the team because every conversation, and there were many, every conversation had students at the center of the discussions and what we need to do for our students. So the answer to your question is yes. And those forecasts already started in this year's budget meetings, but it is a continuous process. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I just wanted to, for the record, that I fully support the budget as it's been presented, and then looking forward to for my colleagues to go ahead and approve this budget. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Trustee Mahmood. Any other trustee colleagues have any questions, comment? The reason why I'm just guessing that we do not have the question is because we went through a very robust process. Just a bit of a commentary. This budget process started very, very early of our school year. I remember that from reading on the minutes, we have a strong public consultation to all of our stakeholders, families, students, educators, and our working partner in order to inform how we are going to build this budget. And it does not come easy, but to echo Mr. Director, through the past many weeks of meetings, department meeting, trustee sessions bring understanding to us at the very question that Trustee Mahmood asked in a first ever time of potential declining enrollment for YRDSB. How do we work through our budget? My concurrent appreciation and sincere gratitude to the team at the very, very back. Definitely not stating that there is no challenge. We always talk about trustee colleagues that we always have work to do better, to do stronger. And I just want to congratulate to the report. I want to thank the committee members at the Financial and Property Standing Committee, led by Trustee Butterworth, Trustee Jenny Chan, Trustee Michael Chan, Trustee Robert Kolosowski, Trustee Liang, Vice Chair McCarthy, and Trustee Melanie Wright. Well done on the committee work, allowing us to have this strong presentation in front of us to pass this budget. And I just want to say that. So the question is on the adoption of the motion that the York Region District School Board approve its 2025-2026 operating budget outlined in this report. All those in favor, I ask you to unmute your microphone and say yes. And all those opposed to the question, and please say no. Please go ahead.
In favor, Trustee Mahmood.
Trustee Michael Chen, yes. Trustee Law, yes.
Trustee Jenny Chen, yes.
Trustee Carolyn Butterworth, yes.
Trustee Pamela McCarthy, yes.
Student
Yes,
Trustee
Trustee
Mitchell
Cohen.
Larson, yes.
Student Trustee Hayden, yes.
Indigenous Student Trustee Natalie Perwanaquit, yes.
Indigenous Trustee Big yes.
Trustee Kolosowski, yes.
Trustee Liang, yes.
And Trustee Ron Lin, yes. And the yes have it. We have the budget for 2025 operating budget outlined in this report. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Wow. We will continue. On the receipt of the advisory committee meetings. We're in receipt of two advisory committees, 151 to 157, Special Education Advisory Committee, May 1st. Page 157 to 161, Equity and Inclusivity Advisory Committee, June 4th. The chair would like to draw the board's attention to a very minor fact that the Special Education Advisory Plan has recommended an approval of the 25-26 Special Education Plan as amended and from the last CEAC meeting, and authorize its submission to the Ministry of Education for approval. So without objection, the board shall adopt this to motion for both advisory minutes. Is there any objection, or is there any advisory committee trustee member like to provide a brief highlight? Without objection, the recommendation is adopted. Thank you very much. As there's no new business at this time, I just want to move on to the meeting date, July, August, and September on page 163. Yes, they are meeting July, August, and September, but it's lighter meetings. So page 163, it's not multiple pages, it's just one pages. And August 26th, that's right, yes, August 26th is our GBOP. Thank you very much. I think this concludes tonight's agenda. Everyone, the director said it already. I just want to congratulate to all graduating class. I want to thank you for the staff, all the teachers, educator in the classroom, administration team, senior team, families. I wish you a very, very great summer and have a great evening. Thank you.